Okay, strangers from distant lands, friends of old, you have been summoned here to answer the threat of Mordor. Hello, everyone. My name is Devin. I'm here with Austin and Joey.
It's
Welcome
me,
to our
Austin.
Monkey Funk podcast, and we have a guest today, guest star. His name is Chance. Welcome, Chance. Thank you for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me today. It's a real
Original
honor.
team member Chance is now a guest because the storms decided he shall not be here from the beginning.
It was simply fate. It was simply fate. This is how it goes. All right, gentlemen, how are we feeling today? How we doing?
Oh, I just lit a candle and the flames going wild. I'm kind of scared.
You know, that's symbolic to something. I really can't say what to, but I feel similarly. You know,
I'm
the
just gonna
flame going
say it.
wild.
I'm just
I
gonna
had to
say
like,
it.
I had to like fan it because the smoke detector is like directly above it, maybe like half a foot to the right.
Oh,
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I feel like half of the members on this podcast live their life in chaos. And it's definitely not me and Devin.
What do you mean? Me chaotic?
Had to
What
be
have I
specific.
done?
Oh, you know.
Chance, you existed. I'm sorry,
What's
buddy.
that
it's
mean?
true.
I can't believe I can't believe they're drawing the line.
Chance, you showed up
On
to my apartment one
birthdays.
day while I was throwing a party with cooked spaghetti in a bowl with nothing else in it, and you called it spaghetti, and it was in fact angel hair noodles, and
That's
you will still
diet,
call it
Okay.
spaghetti.
diet spaghetti.
Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. Angel hair noodles are literally just extra thin spaghetti.
It's just diet spaghetti.
What's the difference? What is
Like-
the difference? There is no difference.
I
And
put
hence
some
why I
like
drew the
little
line in the sand of chaos versus
Like-
non-chaos.
I put some pastaroni seasoning in it, so it's not like it was just bland
Like-
spaghetti.
Like if you put ramen as the base, like if you use a brick of ramen noodles as the noodles, that'd be on the line. But that's still spaghetti if you put like marinara stuff on it, like
I-
spaghetti sauce.
I
If,
just
if it's
put-
noodles with spaghetti sauce on it, I don't care what the noodle's called.
You know,
It's
I
just-
gotta concede a little bit there. I have definitely used ramen noodles to make Parmesan, like a Parmesan base, but then use the noodles as obviously the noodles in that dish. It's like a 5 minute fettuccine alfredo, but obviously not fettuccine. It's really good shit.
So, if
I
you
don't
had added water to your spaghetti, Chance, would that have been noodle soup?
Yeah,
Okay,
I put
I think it
pastaroni.
broth.
It was
Okay.
fine. Added-
all right. I
Well, we're
already see
going with
what-
the minimalistic style, so I didn't want to
The
get too
college
crazy.
style.
Yeah,
And
I
go
already
for
see
broth.
which direction this episode's going in. So let's just cut to the chase. Is the ocean soup?
what? Yeah,
I feel
We're-
it has to. It
We're
has.
we're slowly hitting it up. It's a water-based liquid with meat and vegetation in it.
True, and
It's
it's got
soup.
sodium in it because of the hella salt content in the ocean,
Yeah.
right? So,
Which leads me to it also if you like scale everything into a bowl of soup, it technically has microplastics, but
yeah, well,
that's when you scale everything down.
It's
Which
fine.
brings me to my next point. The Earth is a bowl.
It's
Earth is a
reverse
bowl.
bowl. It's a reverse double-sided
What is a bowl?
bowl.
A bowl is made to hold solids and liquids. What is the Earth doing? It's
Mostly
holding
liquids.
solids and liquids.
Mostly liquids, but there's some
Yeah,
solids
you
in there.
can, you can use a plate, but yeah. The Earth is not a sphere. It is not flat. It is a bowl.
is a bowl. Kind of like that. Was it like topology thing where it's like if you removed all the bones in a human, they'd just be a donut. So
Oh,
you got
yeah.
your mouth and your asshole, and if you just
And
kind
it
of
just makes
spread
one
it
big
out.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
I just hit.
a similar concept to that is how many holes does a straw have?
What?
Man, we're hitting all of the
We're hitting all
raging
of them.
We
philosophical
just
questions.
No,
hit
let's-
5
let's-
minutes.
Let's get them all the way in episode 2, so we never have
Okay,
to come up again.
true. I guess one hole.
I'm gonna
I feel like
I
that's
agree.
the
I agree with the
generic.
one hole.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say 2.
Why?
What? It's
So you
just
can
one
look
hole,
through it.
There's a statute of limitations before it just becomes a prism.
but it's just one hole elongated.
Pardon
Yeah,
me
it's
as
just
I
a-
Google
it's just-
hole right now.
No, Devin. No.
Make sure you turn safe search off.
Or is it a hole or a tunnel?
Hole definition:
Wait, would it be like a tunnel?
a hollow place
A
in a
tunnel is
solid
just-
body or surface.
Body. It said body. That's 3-dimensional.
So, based
Well,
off of that definition,
okay.
I have to say one
Well,
hole.
I have somewhat of a transition here. I say somewhat. I'll get to that in a minute. A ring, an engagement ring. Is that one hole or 2?
One hole. What?
One?
It's one.
One?
Yeah.
All right.
It's just
I'd have to say one.
like this is a hole, but it has 2 sides. You
Yeah,
can have 2 sides of a hole.
Your finger
Sure.
isn't going in one hole and out another. It's just going through the hole. Yeah?
It makes sense to me.
Hey.
Well, I say transition. I not to make it about myself here a little bit. Since making the first podcast episode, we are now on episode 2. I have now gotten engaged. Your boy is now no longer with a girlfriend. Your
Hey.
boy has a fiance. So I no longer have any freedom, I guess, according to the world, the internet, every.
What do you
man on
mean? Not the clap reaction. I didn't even hear it.
You
Do
know,
I have those muted?
I don't know if you do.
There
man.
it is.
That came from Devin, so.
Yeah. It finally came through. It took a while.
But
So tell
well-
us how it happened.
Yeah, give
how,
us the
how it
rundown.
happened. Well, first and foremost, we were at Disney World. My fiance and I, we are very much Disney adults. In case none of you have been in my apartment, which you guys definitely have been, we have Disney.
The
all over
listeners
place.
have not.
I ain't showing it to the listeners, that's for sure. But no, we're very much Disney adults, and we went to Disney World. We had a week-long trip there, had a few rest days in there, and I proposed to her during our early entry at the Magic Kingdom on the first day. I originally wanted to do Epcot, but that was going to be like the second to last day of our trip. And I'd gotten us photo pass, and that wouldn't have given us a lot of time to do engagement photos. So on the plane ride there, I basically pivoted to, yeah, we're going to do this the first day, and we're going to get all the photos we can. And I shouldn't say every, most of the photos we took came out really well. I loved them. She loved them. As far as how the actual proposal happened, I was not cliche too much. I did not propose in front of the castle like most people would. I had some class. I proposed in front of the wishing well, which is like 100 feet from the castle. But still, like, you know, there's good scenery. There's not a lot of people that go down that path. It's still very romantic and intimate, and obviously she loved it. She said yes, in case anyone was guessing here.
Oh, phew.
Yeah,
Woo!
see, I would have planned it on the last day because there's always a greater than 0% chance she says no. It's not always
yeah,
1%,
you know-
but it is greater than 0.
I
So-
agree with both of your schools of
So-
thought. You get the most out of the vacation if she says yes on the first day. But my God, that would be horrific if she said no on the first
Yeah,
day.
then you're just like chilling at Disney. And you're like, damn, this is the
Oh.
saddest place on earth.
Here's the thing.
True.
Happiest place on earth, am I
How do
right?
you-
Da-da-da-da-da.
So basically,
yeah, no,
you gotta do it right in the middle.
Yeah,
Right in the middle. So that's the safe
Right.
This is just,
investment
this is
is
the
right in the
prisoner's
middle of the
diary.
trip.
No, it becomes the prisoner's paradox, you know?
Becomes Stockholm syndrome. No,
You know what I would have done? I would have waited until we went to Animal Kingdom. We would have seen the Lion King show, and right at the part where the monkeys come out, I would probably turn to her and say, "Hey, by the way, would you like to get married?"
I probably would have decided to propose inside of
Just be
Soren
personally.
and then dropped the ring in Soren.
Dude,
Sure.
we made
Like,
plenty of jokes like that.
fine.
Like, obviously, you propose in the middle of the carousel of progress when they're
Yeah.
talking about innovation through the last
Hey.
century. Clearly.
No, you.
Or-
What's the ride in the Epcot ball? I don't remember. I haven't
Spaceship
been
Earth?
in years.
Spaceship Earth, yeah.
You propose in there.
The
in
most
the Epcot ball.
unromantic ride in the world,
Yeah.
I think.
You get her a ring that looks like the Epcot ball, so
Not-
every time
dude-
she looks at it, she remembers you proposed in the Epcot ball.
Not even that. Do the thing that takes you literally around Tomorrowland, like the
People
yeah, that one. Yeah, it's not even a ride. It's just kind of a transportation.
Wait.
Like
Just do it in the parking lot outside of MGM Studios.
The Tower of Terror.
we did joke about
Mid-ride.
that, where literally the ring just flies up.
Sticks to the ceiling. You get it back when the ride's over, but it's like it's stuck to the ceiling for the whole ride.
I know I texted you guys like a single picture when we did finally get engaged, but I'll have to show you all the ones we took, because we took a few like where they do the ride like photos, you know. And on Tower of Terror specifically, she did a pose just showing off the ring to the camera, and it's really cute. And we had obviously had a great time, and yeah, I'm very, very happy, man. And I will say, Chance, I wouldn't have asked if I wasn't like 100% sure she'd say yes. Cause she
No, I
did.
know. It's a show.
She knew
I've-
she knew it was happening. We got her ring sized before we went. She saw
Oh.
the ring in a certain state before I actually got it. So the ring was originally like a combination sterling silver and gold. Well, I got it in platinum because I'm bougie like that. And I got upselled on it, so there's that. And so she hadn't fully seen it. She'd seen kind of a look of it. So she knew it was coming. It was just a matter of, I guess, when?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It's always
I
What day?
greater than 0. Always greater than 0.
I feel like that's always the best like plan of action is you ask beforehand, hey, if I proposed to you, would that be cool? And then
Yeah. Well,
then you
there's
just surprise them with the timing and the place.
a good
Us-
you know?
indicator of that is ask for their parents' blessings if they have
Yeah.
a good relationship with their parents, obviously. Which is what I did. I asked for her parents and her sister's blessing, and her parents said yes, and her sister said which is basically a yes in her terms. But no, we're very happy. We've obviously got a lot of planning to do for a wedding now, but yeah, it's good stuff. Good life update from myself, and I will give the floor back to you guys. I didn't want to hog that for too long.
I'm still alone and drinking. Cheers.
same. Cheers. Hey.
How's it going
I've
over
been
there,
drinking a lot of
Chance?
water.
The
finally-
best of us hydrating. Look at you.
No, it's been because I've been doing that fucking flooring.
Yeah, no, you just you
I'm just
need to
sitting here
hydrate.
sweating, and my body's like, "Whoa, we've been hydrated for the first time since like 2005." So now, whenever I don't have enough water, my body's like, "You motherfucker!" So I'm paying for it.
I'm
I've
not
gone through
sh-
so much water.
I'm not sure if it was you or it was someone else, but a friend of ours told me an anecdote of like, yeah, I think it was you, Chance. Chance had water for like the first time in a while, and his body didn't reject it. And he was like, yeah, you're probably needing hydration or something. I don't know. It was something random like that. I couldn't tell you. But
Well, I mean, to be fair, a lot of societies had alcohol simply because the water was unsafe to drink, and
well, yeah.
making it alcoholic, the alcohol would cleanse most of the toxins.
Eat up the bacteria. Nom nom nom
Mhm.
nom nom.
which is kind of cool.
Every society that has lasted and advanced to modern day has had two things in common: alcohol and pointy sticks.
That's from the last episode,
I
buddy.
think we said that in the last
Did I say
episode.
that? I don't remember. I didn't. I have not reviewed that. That's
Joey,
gonna be.
are you,
You know,
even
I'm
a
gonna
fan of your own podcast?
listen. One of the guys from Smosh doesn't even watch his own content. Okay.
Wait, for real?
True.
Yeah, it's Ian or who I think.
You
Yeah.
know,
I watched a lot of their content recently because they recently got Smosh back. So
Yeah, I did
They
see
did?
that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, the
Oh.
original owners of Smosh actually bought Smosh back.
and
I was like,
I've
that's pretty cool.
I've not really watched Smosh for years.
I don't even think I ever
At all.
originally watched them unless they
Like-
went really viral and I just
I
saw it
remember-
Right.
as-
I would watch like the episodes that went viral, but not like every episode. So-
yeah, I remember when like YouTube was having that like first million subscriber or whatever 100K, and it was Niga Higa, and I remember
Yeah.
like Smosh was like third or second or third place. I was like,
and
I haven't heard of
PewDiePie
these
was
guys.
probably up there
Yeah.
too.
PewDiePie was like
Probably.
2012. This is like 2009.
Yeah,
2000.
Oh yeah.
He
This
really
is-
rose in like the 2010s.
20, like,
roughly.
12 is kind of, I think, whenever I
Fell
first
off
started
about
hearing about him.
2015,
My-
2016, but he was still like #1 most subscribed YouTuber for years and years and years until T-Series came on the rise, of course.
Who-
Still, as an individual, he's, I think, the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, because T Series is a group of people.
Yeah, it's a company. I'm pretty
PewDiePie is
sure.
like pretty much himself.
He's still solo. Yeah.
The first time I really started watching YouTube was I was part of the PewDiePie versus Tobuscus feud.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I remember
Tobuscus,
that.
L.
Big L.
I really did not get into YouTube culture until about 2014 when Markiplier and Jacksepticeye were really on the
Right.
rise with FNAF and
I-
Turbo Dismount and Happy Wheels and all the series that they did. And
The,
it shaped
I
me into
did-
who I am today, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
I watched Jacksepticeye in the late dimes, but I didn't look at I didn't watch much Markiplier until the series that shall not be mentioned because it does not exist happened.
oh, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
to age
Ever-
myself, I didn't. Because I started watching YouTube in like 2006 just for Naruto EMVs.
That's fair.
So, like, I was watching, like, Niga Higa, Kev Jumba, Smosh eventually, Balloon Shop. Shit, there's another guy. Oh, Philip DeFranco. I was really into him in, like, 9th grade.
Oh, I still kind of
I-
watch Philip DeFranco.
I
I-
watched Philip DeFranco solidly from like 2018 till about, I'd say, last year. And the only reason I stopped watching him is because I got too sad when I watched him. Kind
Yeah,
of tying
I
back
don't-
to last episode when we were talking about, watching the news and everything. But yeah,
Mhm.
I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I don't watch him on YouTube. I follow him on TikTok because
yeah.
spend way
Every
too
now
much
and
of
then
my
I'll come through my TikTok.
Oh.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool to have like a little burst of news,
He has
Ray,
quite a
Ray,
few champions.
Ray
or
William
champion
Johnson.
channels.
Mhm.
Oh, I have,
I remember
Not thought
Ray
about.
William Johnson. Holy shit. He had like a weird grip on me. I remember like this is gonna sound awful. He released this song called on his like Your Favorite Martian channel called Tiggle Bitties. Like a week before my sophomore year of high school started. That shit was like lived in my head rent fucking free for like 2 months, and I don't know why. It's such a stupid song.
Oh.
Ray William Johnson is 5'6".
Yeah, he's from like Oklahoma City, I think.
Yo,
That's
What?
I think
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
has to be the biggest like YouTuber from Oklahoma at all.
Yeah,
Jeez.
no, it's
Yeah.
like it's kind of crazy because he's like had a resurgence because of TikTok.
I did see a TikTok of his come across the feed with the whole Colleen Ballinger situation.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he just-
Yeah,
Could-
but he like it showed a little clip of it and then cut to him and he's like, "Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
awful isn't it awful when people bring up things that you did in the past and then he raises a drink and just it's in a very shaky hand and he takes a sip of it?
Yeah, that dude dropped, I think, a couple of N-words and a
Oh,
Right.
I
lot
would
of
not doubt
names.
it from what I know of him.
Yeah.
But if he did it in like 2007 and he has not done it since, then yeah. Yeah, it says right here. Born 1981, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Wow.
Isn't that
There you go.
wild?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Eh.
That's crazy. Yeah, I
Oh.
watched YouTube a lot when I was in middle school, and then ironically enough, because I was while you guys were talking about this, I was having a think to myself, and I think I watched YouTube. I was watching a lot of the channels you guys were just mentioning, whether it was Niga Higa, Kev Jumba, and then I started getting into Markiplier and those guys. But then this is so weird to even think about. Right around high school, when I started high school, me and Austin both, Vine hit,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I got abducted. I'm not even joking. I got stolen by Vine. Like
It's
Vine
true.
sucked me in. I loved Vine. It was like, and I still very much loved Vine for what it was. I just thought the concept of doing 6 second videos was genius. I thought of what people could do in just 6 seconds in a single video and make it that funny. I thought that was just, I don't know. It was just awesome. And then obviously it went away. Rip Vine. Don't get me wrong. I like
Vine,
TikTok.
the
I still
pioneers
watch TikTok. Really, really. But it's not Vine, dude. It's not Vine. Vine, and I'm sure that sounds really cringe to some people, but I don't even care. Like Vine was so funny, and it was also just kind of a nostalgic point in my life, so it probably has that element to it that nobody can really compete with that. So
Vine was lightning in a bottle. TikTok is trying its absolute best, but it could never.
Here's the thing,
Mm-mm.
TikTok is getting longer than Vine. It always has been. It's like
Yeah.
minute to 2 minute to even 5 minute in some case videos.
You can have like 10-minute videos on there, and
No one ever does. And if they
I've
do,
watched
they're
10-minute videos.
godsends. Like
See?
people split videos up into 1 part, 2 part, 4 part. I'm like,
Oh,
you could just make it 10 minutes, guys.
right.
You
I
could-
saw somebody post like the entire original Adventure Time pilot from Nickelodeon. Like it
God.
was all in one full clip on TikTok. The
Huh.
top comment was, "Hey, I can't pay attention. Could you split this up into 15 parts with Subway Surfers underneath?"
See, it's so weird because we're talking about the time, and you're right, Vine. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Vine when it first came out, I was like, I'm not gonna watch that, and then later, I'm watching Vine compilations on YouTube,
Right. Yeah.
eating my own fucking words. Yeah, then TikTok, and you're talking about the 1, 2, 3 minute videos, and it honestly, a lot of it reminds me of really early, like 2006, 2007 YouTube,
Oh yeah.
when like the video limit was
Mhm.
10 minutes, so
Oh,
people
yeah.
were just making like 3 or 4 minute videos.
Yeah.
And that was like, I don't know, that was fun. I'm not saying YouTube's, I love my fucking video essays. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, dude.
I will consume a 7-hour video essay from Tim Rogers any day of the fucking week.
Speaking of long video essays, Wendigoon's conspiracy theory iceberg that's 9 hours. I still haven't watched it.
Wait,
I
what
could
is
never
it?
just- there's a YouTuber called Wendigoon who
Yeah.
has a 9-hour long conspiracy theory iceberg.
Oh.
All right, I need to get into that.
Oh jeez. Yeah. So this YouTuber looks insanely like me. Also, Wendigoon.
Pull up
Like,
Add that to
picture?
the list. Keanu Reeves.
Hey, I cut my hair. I don't look like Keanu Reeves or Moist Critical at all
Yeah,
anymore.
Moist Critical was the next
Moist
one.
Holy
Critical.
shit! You do look like Wendigoon.
Dude, if
Devin,
if he,
did you see me when I had like hair down to my shoulders?
I don't think I did. I don't think I
Were you
did.
at the Halloween party? Because that's when he came as Keanu
He
Reeves.
might have been.
Not that year. Not the Keanu Reeves
No,
one.
because
No.
he came as Bobby from Goofy Movie.
Was he?
No, that was He was not Goofy movie. This was
Oh wait,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
past
that was-
November.
That
Yeah,
was
Right,
that was
yeah.
Hell of Thankmas. That's right.
Yes, that's what that one. I didn't go to that one. I went to the
They put a-
Halloween party.
They put a picture of Wendigoon in general.
Bruh,
You can
God,
see it.
dude,
buddy.
like it.
You can see it right.
Oh
That's insane.
no!
You know, the worst part.
Bad.
The worst
It's
part is
really bad.
when I had long hair, he had long hair, and then I cut my hair. And the very next video I saw of his, he had cut his hair.
Oh my!
Let me see if I can find. Yeah, there's a different screenshot in a different Discord channel, man. I'm gonna go snip it real quick.
That would be a fun little activity to do. Is like put like find our doppelgangers that are like streamers or YouTubers or whatever.
I
my
can
God.
already tell you mine.
Because like the closest one, probably for me, just going right off of the bat without the long hair, it's probably Wubby. It's probably Wubby. Like
You need the beard, though, is the thing.
I do need the beard.
That's
That's
the
the
only
only thing
thing.
I'm. Yeah, I agree.
Who's
Yeah,
that
like look at.
Australian guy?
Oh, jeez.
Cold one?
Austin?
Chad. Max Mofo.
Yeah.
Max
Oh,
Mofo.
Max Mofo. Yeah.
Yeah, Chance,
one
you're
of them-
Max Mofo. There's no question. In body and mind, you are Max Mofo.
Right.
He collects
yeah,
Pokemon
yeah.
cards, doesn't he?
Fuck. I just got back into Yu-Gi-Oh. That doesn't help my
Dang.
case.
Oh no.
Let's go,
It's
Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's so bad.
Mine is very close and somewhat unique. I get them mixed up all the time because I don't watch it, but I know of them. It's either Rhett or Link from Good Mythical Morning. I just don't have long hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't have long hair. It's the one with the beard. I know that much.
I think it's Rhett. I think it's Rhett.
okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
old red or whatever his name.
Yeah,
I watched
I don't have
Yeah,
long
you do
hair.
look like
but,
Rhett.
but I
yeah.
have the beard, like the chin strap beard, and the somewhat disconnected mustache, and the brown hair that kind of mixes into
Yeah.
ginger and blonde, depending on the lighting.
I watched
for-
them
for
way
my
too
beard.
sparingly to help.
I
feel
never
bad 'cause,
watched
like,
them, but someone told me at one point that that was my doppelganger. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
It's true, though. I feel bad because none of our listeners know what we look
Well,
at, like
no, they're-
what we look like
they-
at all. But
They are
You
getting
get a picture.
They are getting
image
a
based
mental
off of our.
image based off
Yes.
of, yeah.
if you were to just imagine us, imagine those streamers and call it good.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think I ever really actually got like called Moist Critical though. I think somebody was like, "Dude, you talk like Moist Critical," because I
It's
was at work,
true.
and so I was
I mean,
talking very monotone.
Anybody
Go
can
put it-
kind of
go-
do a moist critical
Yeah.
impression.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Go put
But
a.
like, I've had multiple when I worked food service. I had multiple customers say, "You remind me of Keanu Reeves," and I'm like, "Why? How? Literally, what?"
it's just a black goatee
Joey.
/ beard.
Joey, go put on a white T-shirt.
Go put on.
White T-shirt, put a hat on backwards.
to do it.
All right.
Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it.
No.
god.
Well, while he goes and does that, we gotta talk about something. What do we? What do
Well, I've got
You
a
gotta
few
fill the
notes
void.
for topics, but go ahead, bud.
No, I don't have anything. So you go.
Okay,
Hit me.
my first major one and you may or may not be prepared for this, Devin. Fast food news of the week.
Oh shoot, that's right. We gotta talk about the news. The fast food
If you need
news.
time to prepare, I have other topics at hand. But if
No.
If you
I
dive right in.
I definitely I have one. It's not. See, so here's the thing. I'm going to talk about my fast food news segment for a little bit here. I really shot myself in the foot, okay? Because I started with Snoop's Munchie Meal. There's not a lot.
That was the peak.
The bar is so high. I can't find anything that tops that any longer. It's just not. It's just not.
And you did that
existing.
during our pilot, which is not going to be released, so we had to
True,
retroactively
but we
do
but we
it.
Wait.
I know we talked about it in the first episode though.
And Chance
So
wasn't here for that.
No, he wasn't for that. He wasn't here for
Wait,
that.
you could talk about the Post Malone Kane thing. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
That's
with
that's a good point. That's a good point. That was not originally what I was going to talk about, but I will talk about that a little bit. I don't even know if that's still going on.
You
To
might need
be
to
I
honest
saw
with
educate me
you.
because
a
I definitely
billboard,
saw a
like, a
blurb
day
about
ago.
that, but I haven't been to Canes in nearly enough time to.
Yeah,
be
I
fully
saw a
educated.
billboard just driving.
I think I saw
like,
TikTok
yesterday.
about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Didn't he like
Well,
design
it's
one in Texas or something?
something like that. I couldn't tell you. But to get on with the news, so what I originally was going to speak about was, oh god, Joey's back.
No, keep going,
He's-
keep going.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, volcano menu. That's right. So I don't know if y'all remember the volcano menu from Taco Bell. It was around. I want to say, oh gosh, when it was like, I want to say, ooh, I'm gonna really shoot myself here because I want to say it was 2018 was the last time the volcano menu was around. Anyways, it's just it's a cool little thing that Taco Bell has done. Currently, there's four things on the volcano menu. It's the volcano combo, which I should have probably saved that for last. But one of them is a volcano taco, which is, I mean, it's basically your run of the mill taco, except
It's red.
it's got seasoned. Yeah, it's red. It's obviously spicy, right? Seasoned beef, lettuce, cheddar cheese, and lava sauce inside a red, crunchy taco shell. So that's the volcano taco. So think
Is
Doritos
it-
Locos Tacos, but spicier and
But
red.
red.
Is it red because it's
You know,
spicy, or red because whenever you shoot it, it explodes?
They used to have
Probably
a fire.
both.
They used to have a fire Doritos Locos Tacos flavor.
Yeah, I
Well,
remember that.
I stopped getting Doritos Locos Tacos because they stopped having that flavor.
Bro, so good.
What a tragedy! What a
Yeah, it
tragedy!
was.
Right?
So-
and now they're discontinuing Doritos Locos Tacos.
Wait, really?
I
didn't know
know.
that.
They
Yeah.
are. I
Add
don't
that
know.
to the
I-
fast food news. Doritos Locos Tacos.
No.
Gone.
Listen, I'll tell you what I'm still not over, and I'll make this quick because I could go on for days about this. But they took the quesarito off the menu, which
What?
I'm still I've got mad beef about, and I'm a vegetarian, so
Yeah,
Recover.
no, that hurt me personally
Yeah,
when I took
ju-
it off.
that hurt my
Why-
feelings. It hurt
why
my
even
feelings
go?
big
Why
time.
even
Well, you
go
know
to
what?
Taco
You know
Bell?
what they replaced it with?
What?
The grilled cheese burrito. That grilled cheese, like that double steak
Wha-
grilled cheese burrito,
No,
which
fuck.
like it's okay,
It's-
but it's not the quesarito, man. It's just not.
It's
Fuck, you're
It
making
doesn't
me hungry
fill
for
that
Taco
niche.
Bell.
If you want
Sorry, bro.
if you want a big quesarito, get one from Chipotle.
bro, you're
My
not talking
God.
in your voice.
Oh, sorry. I'm not talking in my moist critical voice. If you get a you go and you get a quesarito from Chipotle, you get your burrito, you get it lathered up, you slide it down your gullet, but before that, it's a burrito that they wrap in a quesadilla, and it's just, the cheese and the grease, it makes you feel like Chuck E. Cheese, you know?
I'm inspired personally. I'm ready to go get that from Chipotle.
Like, backstory on me, I used to be a manager at Chipotle. I subsisted off of quesaritos for a solid 4 months from
I
Chipotle.
really wish you were a manager at Chuck E. Cheese instead.
Oh,
That would've
God,
been so much better.
Me too.
That would have
Me
been so
too.
much funnier.
Dude,
What do you
We
mean?
should go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yup.
Yeah.
I keep saying it would have been so funny if I held a 21st birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese.
Bro, that's why I tried to have my 18th birthday party.
We messed
you
up, bro.
imagine
I do.
getting wasted before going to Chuck E. Cheese?
Playing like shitty little games, like playing skee-ball. You just throw it into the hole.
Bro, like a 15-minute drive from where I live right now, there's a Chuck E. Cheese that's still open.
Can we
y'all-
have part of your bachelor party at Chuck E. Cheese?
Okay. We're planning it, so hell yeah.
That's right. We don't have to tell them what's happening.
I am
Yeah,
at the
no
mercy of my best man, Devin. I would prefer round one because it's a little better, but
What
have
do you
y'all ever
mean?
Did y'all ever get kicked out of Chuck E. Cheese or anything?
No.
Can't say I have,
Not
buddy.
yet.
I haven't been there
I
since I was
didn't-
10 years old.
I got
Like
threatened once.
6 last time. I
'Cause
couldn't
I was-
read properly last time I was in Chuck E. Cheese.
I was playing skee ball, and you're supposed to like ski it. So I just ran up on the ramp and started like putting it into
Fucker.
You threw
No.
it. You like you.
like I was just like placing it in there. Like I grabbed a bunch of the balls, and I'm
Oh,
like 8. I'm like carrying my balls up
You
there.
were
I'm like
8?
shoving them in.
you were.
Yeah, bro.
You were 16.
No, God no. I haven't
So-
been since then actually. So I got in big trouble.
I remember people doing that the last time I was in a Chuck E. Cheese.
Plot twist: Chance has been perma-banned from Chuck E. Cheese.
See, if
like
I were
it, but it was this like 4-year-old little girl that was being sent onto the skee ball machine. So what are you gonna do? Kick a toddler out of Chuck E. Cheese?
yeah,
Can't
You're just
do
gonna say,
anything.
I don't care. They're gonna spend their tickets on something that actually has no value, and not the PlayStation 2.
true.
Yeah, it's true.
That's so
Dude.
ironic that we're talking about Chuck E. Cheese though, because my roommate literally just went to Chuck E. Cheese for
Why?
her work because she works at the Boys and Girls Club, and that was their like field trip for the day, and so she went to Chuck E. Cheese, and it was funny because she came back and she was like, "Dude, that mouse had no fucking pizzazz at all. Like that was the most like." Boring and like animatronic look like, and you know what, I get that because like I feel like, I don't know, maybe this is just because I was a kid, but like I felt like back in the day, like Chuck E. Cheese was a lot like the mouse was a lot more like like
Chuck E.
interactive and like had
But
the
the
spirit,
pizza
had the
and
spirit,
pizzazz.
All right.
but
You gotta
now
think, though,
I
these
feel like
animatronics
it's
are like 20 to 30 years old. They don't last that long. Disney makes their animatronics last long because it's Disney and they got the money to control everything about that thing. But
I'm not even talking about animatronics. I'm talking about the dude in the mouse
mascot.
costume.
Oh,
looking like
yeah.
animatronic. Like his movements.
Dude's life
might
has
as well-
ended.
might as well have been an animatronic. Like he, like she goes, I don't think he even put his hand above his head like one time. Like,
Bro, I would love to be a mascot. That shit would be so fun. I'd be all over the place.
Talk to me after the podcast, buddy. I don't want to dox anyone here, but I got a gig for you.
Oh shit.
Do you all know what Chuck E. Cheese's full name is?
Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Yes, it is.
dang.
That is
Chance
his full
got that
name.
Chuck E. Cheese lore.
Oh, I know.
His full name is Charles. I feel like I've told you before, Chance.
Oh,
Or
No, one of my friends-
I might have told you, and you might have known before.
yeah,
I've definitely said it in your presence before.
I knew because like one of my friends was like messaged the Chuck E. Cheese Facebook page and was like, I would like to be Miss Charles Entertainment Cheese. And I thought that was the funniest thing in the fucking world. So,
Yeah, why don't we have we have mini entertainment cheese? We got
Mickey.
yeah.
Now we need mini entertainment cheese.
When are we getting the Chuck E. Cheese cinematic universe?
It exists,
God.
buddy. There
The
is
Chuck E. Cheese
actually
crossover.
No. There's actually a Chuck E. Cheese VHS tape that was available that has a Chuck E. Cheese movie on it. I remember watching it. Weirdly enough, it is fucking weird. Chucky
Look
goes
at
to
that.
outer space and he challenges these racers to an intergalactic race and he has to win to save the pizzeria. I don't know. It's weird, buddy.
I have to watch it
That
for
reminds me of
reasons.
yeah, I need to watch it. It also kind of
I
reminds me of
watch
the
it for the
fucking-
plot.
the Ronald McDonald, the whole McDonald's VHSs.
I remember that too.
those
Oh,
those shits
yeah.
were so fucking weird, and I was like, what on earth?
Speaking of McDonald's, and also going back to the TikTok versus Vine, the Grimace Shake trend that
So
was
funny.
going on until just recently would not have worked on Vine. it has to
Yeah.
be long enough.
To set up.
Like, yeah, the length adds something to some of the trends, but at the same time, it doesn't give qualifications to the creativity.
100%.
You know,
That's
I agree.
understandable. I agree
Human
with that.
creativity prospers under stress, and the stress of only having 6 seconds is great. Anyway, back to fast food. What were you saying about McDonald's?
I don't.
I
McDonald's
was
VHS
just-
tapes
Somebody was
exist.
saying something.
Oh
Those-
yeah.
those things were wild.
Oh yeah. So back to the volcano menu.
The news! The fast food
Wild
news!
tangent.
I
Wild.
forgot we were even talking about that for a minute. No, okay, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Double beef volcano burrito is a thing. Lava sauce is a thing. I haven't actually tried lava sauce yet. I think that's something I'm gonna do before next podcast.
Is that
Oh.
out?
Yeah, it's
Lava
out right
sauce?
now.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
I got Taco Bell for dinner, and I got fire sauce like normal.
No, they got.
Oh.
Now it's not one of the sauce packets. It's actually, it looks almost like queso, but I don't think it is. It's like
Ooh.
I need
specific
Ooh.
to. Yeah.
Okay, so my Taco Bell order is 3 bean burritos. So
You
a
wanna
little
add
queso
some Montezuma's Revenge to that
gonna-
gas
yeah.
you're gonna be having?
seems pretty good. I can generally handle like Tex-Mex spice and like Mexican spice. I cannot handle Asian spice. Asian food spicy kills me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the difference is. I've not bothered to look it up.
I had so for a while, Chance, you were the person I knew to handle spice the best.
Yeah. That's
I have
me.
a coworker that I think has beaten you though.
No, doubt it.
Okay, man, we can
That's-
put that to the test one day.
Okay.
'Cause We
Actually, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know if you've been to a local chain. I don't want to say it out loud to dox us, but I guess we've already mentioned.
Type it in general.
No, yeah, type it in the chat. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it's not doxing to mention a state. Okay,
Yeah. So
that's not doxing.
So this burger chain has Bloody Marys that like can get really spicy. And one of the first interactions I had with this coworker was going to this place and getting the highest level of spice for a Bloody Mary. And so like and he drank it no problem. And my parents, and keep in mind my dad, he also is probably one of the highest spice tolerances I know around here. And yeah. So this coworker was able to do that just fine, but he recently we went out to lunch one day and again went to a chicken chain that I will again mention in our general chat here for hot chicken sandwiches or hot chicken strips. And he was able to handle their highest spice level. And he was like, okay, I can handle it. I can handle like 5 strips of it. I can't handle much after that. So I think we have finally found his kind of upper limits of spice, finally. But I would love to go out to lunch with you and him one day and see how well you guys measure up. Cause
Yeah, take me to Nashford.
you...
Easy money.
Yeah.
Easy money. We'll put money on the table. I'm gonna win. I'm so confident.
So my thing is, I like spicy foods. I feel like there's, after a certain level of spice, I don't really taste any flavor. It's just hot,
just
and I'm
heat.
like, why would I get this? Like,
Yeah.
I can handle the spice. It's just
Devin,
this flavor is not there.
do you want to tell the story about our first cruise together and the last day we were getting off the boat?
That one's, yeah, I can talk about that one. That one's perfect.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go for
ahead,
it,
man.
I have eaten a handful of ghost pepper seasoned salt before. It was an adventure.
I've had last dab.
Because it was
That's-
one ghost
that's
pepper.
high.
It was one ghost pepper spicy, 2 salt. So it was hot and dried out my mouth.
Wow. That's
It was.
that had to be a little.
That's
Are you
Arizona,
Yep. No,
That's
all I had to
Arizona.
wash it out was Monster Energy drink, so that's what I used. It was
bro.
I can still feel it in my mouth when I think about it.
Man.
Just a textural nightmare.
It really it was, yeah.
So
Yeah, Austin, last dab, had it.
dang.
No.
That's
All
a
right.
pretty high standard there. I may have to put my coworker against Last Dab and see what he thinks. If you've got a bottle lying around, might be easier than me buying it myself. But
No,
Devin,
it was at my
go ahead, Chance.
friend's.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. I'm just saying, don't challenge me in my domain.
As long as the domain isn't drinking, we're all fine.
Yeah,
I was
right.
about to
Yeah,
say,
true.
I can beat you with one shot, boy.
I was about to say I'll throw it down there, but
I can handle the spicy part of Fireball. I cannot handle the.
the alcohol content.
Boy, I got a shot for you then.
Oh yeah.
I will say, I got COVID in like 2022, like early, and like one part of my tongue now is just like hypersensitive to spice, but the rest of it's still normal. And it's so weird because like I ate a pepper the other day. I was like, damn, why is my mouth burning? And it's just like this one in the back left corner of my tongue. So I'm gonna have to retrain that guy. But outside of that, it's fine.
You're gonna have to up that particular part of your tongue's tolerance once again.
Exactly.
All right, let's loop back. Cruise story, spicy.
Yeah.
Last day of
Cruise story, that's right. Okay, so I will tell it to the best of my ability. It's been a few years, but
I will
don't
do
think
my
I've ever
best
heard it.
not to interject. I'm going to hold my tongue till the
no,
end.
you're good, man. You're good. There might be times where I'm like, and then I'll call and or like I'll be like, can you like help phone a friend or whatever. Okay, so I believe this was the last day of our cruise. Yes, and so. You know how cruises be. There's a whole bunch of food options. There's food everywhere. I mean, there's burger places, there's pubs, there's, curry sometimes. There's all these options,
And
right?
buffets.
So it's buffets, right, exactly. And so you're never without any options. So you're going to find something, right? Well, one of the things that they had at said buffet was it was like a wok stir fry line, basically. Mongolian barbecue, that's what it was.
Yeah,
right.
Mongolian
I
stir
love
fry.
that shit.
Oh, I do
It's
too.
good.
It's so good. And it was good there too. Yeah, it was so good. So the Mongolian line was bumping that day. Because they had something going. I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was it was obviously a Mongolian like noodle stir fry, but you could get like, I think you could even get like squid in it if you wanted to, but it was like shrimp, squid, chicken, whatever.
Very custom stuff.
Right. And I think if I remember this correctly, there was two default sauces that you could get. You can either get the Szechuan sauce, which was like they were advertising as it was pretty moderately like spicy, right? And then there was like I think it was like a garlic sauce maybe, and that was like not supposed to be spicy or whatever,
Still
right?
delicious, but yeah.
So, right, still good. So anyways, we're standing in line and we're waiting, and keep in mind, just to give you a visual, the line is running parallel to the grills and the wok and stuff. So it's not like a T where it's perpendicular, like the lines going away from the grill. It's running alongside it. Okay.
It's like there's a buffet and you're running along the buffet, and then in the middle there's the grill and there's two chefs, and they serve two people making their orders at a time, and you fill your bowl and you give it to them and they fry it up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And this is important to keep a mental note of, because this is very relevant when it comes to the punchline of this story. So probably about, I don't know, Austin, what would you say? Like,
it was like
5 people ahead of us?
Somewhere in the range of 5 to 10. I want to say like a 7 or 8.
So
but yeah.
in that area, there's this guy, okay, young guy,
5 to 10 people ahead of us. Yeah.
5 to 10 people ahead of us, young guy, really long hair. You could tell he got his hair did at the Roatan Isles because I had my hair done. The ladies there will like braid your hair and basically give you like cornrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it felt nice. I'm serious. It felt nice because like it hurt like a son of a bitch, but it felt nice.
Get that air,
Yeah, because it made you cooler and your hair wasn't sitting on top of you. It was awesome. But anyways, so this guy, young guy, like I said, older than me and Austin at the time, because I think we were like what 20.
Yeah,
I would say
we had
because
probably
we weren't able to get the drink package at that time because we were
probably
underage.
19, 20, but I wouldn't say he was older than 30, 35.
No, he was probably like, if I was to guess, probably late 20s, something like that. But anyways, he rolls up there and he's got like flip flops on. He's just chilling. And he goes up there to order, and he was like, "I need you to make the spiciest Mongolian barbecue stir fry you can give me." And the guys that were making this stuff, and I'm not trying to well, they were looking at each other, and the other thing too, and I'm not trying to like racially profile anybody here. I'm just trying to add description to the story. These guys were like from like the East. Like, I don't want to say like where I think they were from because I would probably be way off because I'm just not that cultured. But they knew what spicy was.
And
it wasn't some like white dude who was like, "Oh yeah," like it was like they knew, right? And so they go, "Well, we've got some habanero peppers here," and the guy was like, "Oh, perfect." He was like, "Yeah, just like throw some in there. Just throw them in the wok." And the guys were like, "Are you sure?" Because like they were like, and it wasn't just the peppers. It was like the Szechuan, the whole nine. Anyways,
they were
the guy was like,
the kitchen sink at this wok.
They were throwing.
He kept giving them a thumbs up and gesturing up, as in, make it
like,
spicier.
Give me more. Give me more. Like, yeah. And so they just kept on, and it was just like, and so the best part of this whole thing
is a breaking point right about here, if I had to guess.
Right. Have you guys ever been to a restaurant where somebody orders like fajitas and they order them with jalapenos? So when they come out, they bring them out the steam. The like steam and like it's Sizzle. Not really smoke, but it comes off and then you smell it. But since it's got spiciness in it, it like makes you like cough and shit. the steam and the I'm gonna just call it the exhaust because that's basically what it was. The exhaust that was coming off of this wok was just dissipating throughout this line, and one by one, literally in order,
domino
effect. Like it was a classic science experiment having to do with dispersion. Like it was literally going through the line, and the person behind him started coughing, and then the person behind him got a whiff and started coughing, and
it hit me, and then Devin behind me.
And then it hit Austin, and he was like, ugh. And then I was like, what the fuck was everybody coughing? And then I was like, and then the person behind me was like, what the fuck was going on? They were like, ugh.
Dude, it was surreal to see the domino effect hit the olfactory senses, because literally the smoke traveled down the line. You could see it, and it still shocked you. Like, it was wild. And Devin, I'll never forget this. You leaned over to me as he's walking away with his steaming plate of wok. You go, that man's about to have some major Montezuma's revenge later. I was like, yeah.
I knew he was, dude, because that shit's just as spicy going out the other end, man. I'm telling you. I can tell you firsthand, man. I've gotten into major trouble with Thai curry, especially. Yeah, it's bad.
Oh.
It's bad.
It smelled
So-
good? Question mark.
Oh, it smelled amazing. Like,
but it definitely smelled spicy.
dude,
So-
and that's the other thing. Like, I just could imagine, because you know those toilets on those cruises, they're
Oh,
just
yeah.
little,
They're
you know.
tiny. You flush them
small.
and they're opening a portal to hell, though. It's just
true.
sucking everything.
And that's probably a good thing for him, though, because I mean, dude,
The smell.
that thing was gonna need some major heavy duty flushage, like flushage.
I started flushing as he was shitting.
I'm pissing,
Dude.
and shitting, and coming at the
500
same
courtesy
At the
time.
same time.
Jeez.
But yeah, I already knew, so yeah, that's why I was like leaning over to Austin. I was like, that
Yeah.
dude is gonna have some serious
That-
Montezuma's revenge.
I never met the man personally, but I can say with confidence that is the person I have seen the highest spice tolerance in my life.
Or he just ate it and bitched out.
Maybe,
So-
man.
Maybe,
We
yeah.
got our food walked by him, and he was like getting through it. So I was just like, all right
Yeah.
then. Well, I guess he's probably professional. He's probably fine.
Right. Yeah, and we didn't want to be weird and just like watch him eat the fucking like spice pot, you know? We didn't want to just like, you know, like, is he gonna get through it all? Like, so.
Well, guys, we are at 55 minutes. We might want to start wrapping up. I know.
I'd like to cycle some things back through real quick.
Oh, go ahead, man.
Yeah,
But keeping with the food trend and going all the way back to where I said we should get all of the controversial questions out of the way. If you stack one lasagna on top of another, is it still one lasagna or is it two lasagnas stacked on top of each other?
One lasagna. Because
yeah, I think it's one lasagna.
lasagna is just
I
spaghetti
think it's
cake.
one lasagna. It's
Does it
just
say
spaghetti
there's-
cake, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's that sauce layer at the top,
Yeah.
which would just be another layer whenever you stack the noodle
Yeah,
layer
'cause
again.
there's the sauce
Layers.
layer at the top, but then you put another on top. And so there's still a sauce layer at the very top. So yeah,
It's
it's
layers.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I,
Becomes
yeah.
one.
What are the
I
what are-
agree.
Yeah. Alright. That's all I had to loop back to actually.
Oh, good,
I
buddy.
expected dissent. I didn't expect everybody to agree outright.
No, I was just gonna start queuing us up for the ending question because apparently we always end on a question. I didn't know if you had one, Joey,
It's-
or if it
Oh,
was
I
just
did.
I
that.
did not have one queued
Oh
up.
no, Chance,
I-
you were the one that had it. That's right. Yeah.
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 I remember that now.
Okay, so. Oh, I said this to Emma earlier, and then she's like, "What?" And then I had to rephrase it, so I may have to rephrase it.
Oh boy.
So, your ex texts you for the first time, or your ex texts you out of nowhere. What's the first question you ask her?
Why the fuck are you texting
I
me?
know. No, I have
Okay.
my answer. It doesn't matter what she says. Hey, can I have your dad's queso recipe?
All right, Devin.
I'd probably be like, bruh, did you save this number? Or I'd be like, how did you get this number?
Shit.
I think you're all wrong. The first thing you ask is, "Are you pregnant?"
Just checking.
How insensitive.
I
I
single
won't
for
lie.
too long, not applicable.
No, I would have the very generic, just what's going on? Why are you texting me? You know, are you in trouble? Like that's all I
No.
would go with.
No, I want that queso recipe. I might have been drunk and ate the entire pot of queso, but ooh, that was some good queso.
I understand.
I
do.
tried.
You gotta get that melted cheese, dude.
Yeah,
sometimes-
Austin, I tried my best to recreate the flavors I thought of that one time I brought queso to that party, but I know there was something missing. I know I missed something.
Sausage.
It's just like, it's so
Ground
funny because whenever you like look back on like old relationships, you're like, okay, maybe it wasn't the best relationship, and then you just like you miss those like things, like the queso. There's just
Yeah.
different little tangible things you just no
Well-
longer have any access to. It's like, damn.
All those experiences help build who you are today.
Yeah.
I will. Yes, I will say that. Like, I am
What?
definitely a very different person than when I met my only ex in life, and
Actually,
I've
let
built
me
myself off of that heartbreak.
let me slightly rephrase this. What you are is what has happened to you. Who you are is how you will deal with that in the future.
Yeah, that's true.
Much wisdom.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking exes should be like, so like say an ex tries to get back into your life, okay? Depending on who you are and what your situation is, right? I think a good way to think about it is like mac and cheese and potato fries. They should not be main, but only a side.
True.
Thank you.
Food-related metaphors always the greatest.
Well, this was
And
a
fishing.
very food-filled episode. I just
It
meant for
was.
Devin to have one fast food news, and it just kept going.
I mean, well, let's be honest. We are food lovers. Most of this is going to be food-related, unfortunately.
Bro.
Or actually,
Food-related and nerd-related,
fortunately.
that's what I say.
Very fortunately.
It's all we
but-
know.
But yeah, no.
We're Americans.
I made homemade pickles today, dude.
Why?
You jarred some
'Cause-
cucumbers?
Why
Woo!
not? Yeah, homegrown
Woo!
cucumbers,
Oh,
pickling that
gross.
shit.
I
They're
can't-
gonna be.
So
Hell
the second I get any semblance of a yard that I own, I'm throwing so many potatoes on the ground. You don't even know.
Do it at your
Do it.
parents.
Hmm?
Just do
You
it at
know,
your
I
parents.
could.
What are they gonna do?
True.
Stop you?
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Say no to free potatoes?
Yeah.
Real. Very true.
No, yeah. I had something to say. I wanted to add something to the conversation, but it's escaped me. That's
You're
what.
just gonna play
Damn.
Minecraft in real life, planting your potatoes in the ground.
Yeah. Drink responsibly, kids. Drink
Ferment
responsibly.
your own
As he-
potatoes.
As he grabs another Miller Lite out of the box as we speak.
As I grab another pint, yeah.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Also,
know-
just to be fully transparent, that food metaphor came from TikTok, so don't quote me on that.
I like to use food metaphors. I personally
So-
hate sour cream. So anytime I think that I'm not attracted to somebody who is objectively attractive, I'm like, a lot of people like sour cream. I don't. Sour cream's disgusting to me.
I'll never forget the time.
Objectively, it has to be good because so many people like it.
I'll
And I'm
never
like,
forget.
okay.
I went through a weird sour cream phase,
Cool.
and I was like, "This tastes vaguely of ice cream." So I put vanilla extract and sour cream.
Oh,
Put it in the
no.
Just I knew what it was. I knew what I was doing going into it.
no.
Sometimes you just have to see, you know. So I
Fucking
mixed it up,
Goblin
put it in the
Man
freezer,
over here.
All right.
put it in the freezer, took a bite. That shit was.
So I feel like we said cooking was easy at some point earlier.
I'm just saying, somebody had to discover.
If
Somebody had
Chance
to
is,
discover.
if Chance is cooking, I'm getting takeout.
I'm just saying, if somebody had to discover the berries are poisonous for us to know, that might as well have been me.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm glad, Chance, that we've got you in this group to take care of that whenever the time comes.
Honestly, I'm talking crap. I've had my fair share of cursed ideas. I've been hungover before, and my hangover meal of choice was a slice of bologna, a slice of cheese, and peanut butter spread between the two.
God. Oh. Have I ever told y'all about my beef stroganoff disaster?
I've definitely heard of it, but I don't remember it.
Okay,
I love
so
beef stroganoff, but I make it
okay, so
regularly.
listen.
Real quick,
This
what
is-
time are we at on the recording?
We are at an hour and 4 minutes exactly.
We can go a little longer then.
Okay.
Just a little longer.
Just enough for
Last
the
piece.
beef
Hour and
stroganoff.
20.
Oh, beef.
Hour and 20 is like max. Let's be honest. All right.
Yeah, I
continue.
say just fluid whenever we end
Aim for
organically.
hour 10. Go.
So this is in 2021 spring. I'm like, I want to make beef stroganoff because that sounds good. So I go to the store, buy all the ingredients. I'm like, I'm gonna make a double batch because I want to eat leftovers and not have to worry about cooking for the rest of the week.
The story's coming back to me as you tell it. Oh no.
So I'm following the directions, and it calls for flour. I'm like, oh, like 3 tablespoons of flour. Oh, there's 3 tablespoons in a cup. That's right. I'll just put in a cup since I'm doing a double batch. And I'm like, this thing is like soup, right? It's fucking liquid. And
You
I put
turned
the
it
flour
into a
in.
casserole.
I turned it into a fucking brick. I just poured the fucking flour, and of course, it's not an even cup. I like put more on top because I'm like, oh, I'm doing a double batch. This is, whatever. So I pour it in, sure, and my spoon is like slowing down. I'm like, holy shit, flour's overpowered. What the fuck?
Turned it
So I'm
into
like-
an MRE.
Yeah, I'm stirring. It's getting fucking blocky, and I'm like, woo, this is really putting the strogan the off. You know what I mean? So I'm stirring, and then I take it out.
She's shrugging me off till I beef.
Yeah, I put some on a plate. I start eating it, and I'm like, this is like the flavor's there, but there's something so wrong, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do? So I go and look it up. There's like 16 tablespoons in a fucking cup, and I put like 1.5, 1 and maybe 3/4, 1 and 3/5 of a fucking cup of flour. And I'm like, and the worst fucking part was like 10 minutes after I eat it, not even. I'm having to shit, and I'm like straining,
Yeah?
like shirt off, pants on the ground, just hunched over, trying to force flour through my fucking colon, my asshole. Oh my god, it was the
So
worst.
did you just link us a picture of you stirring your bowl and your wooden spoon broke?
Yeah, no. Chance reminded me of this. This happened like 2 weeks ago to me.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So this
stirring
was
my
not this instant, but you broke your
No.
wooden spoon.
I'm stirring my crock pot and my spoon fucking snaps in half.
Break spoon? That's gonna be
Break
the
spoon.
manga we're gonna write.
Break
Like I was like in broken English as much as possible, detailing how I was making this stew, and then my spoon just snaps while I'm stirring it. There was 2 pounds of meat in this. There were 2 entire onions, 2 entire jalapenos, 5 potatoes, mixtures of
You like
beef
potatoes,
broth.
evidently.
Potatoes. Oh, there was beef broth. There was white distilled vinegar, soy sauce. What was the last? There was something else. There was another liquid. It was olive oil. It was going great. Spiced it with Cajun Slappy Mama seasoning.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Chili powder, and then just salt and pepper, like you always should.
And it's
I
salt
think
vinegar, too. That's
there-
a long game right there.
Yeah, I made an entire crock pot full for meal prep, but it's just snapped. A wooden spoon just snapped in half. Like, it was 2 pounds of like a Italian sausage. It was pretty good. It tasted fantastic. But the spoon, I put the spoon in, I made 1 around, and then went for the second around and just...
Oh,
I will admit that
Sounds like
picture
you
I
named a
sent...
spoon.
I will admit the picture I sent, I did bend the spoon at a bigger angle for dramatic effect. That is not the angle it was actually broken at. However, the bit is worth breaking things worse. And I had 2 other wooden spoons to work with, so...
It's already broken,
Yeah.
so
It's already broken.
Circling back, though, to the Stroganoff chance, I'm convinced you could have taken the pot you made your stroganoff in, flipped it upside down, and it would have just.
Oh, that should have just stood there.
Boom.
Like
Like,
that.
It would have been it would have been the Dairy Queen Blizzard. Of
It would- yeah,
Castle
truly.
beef stroga. It was beef stroga paste. I called it. That shit was.
you could have built a house with
And the
that.
worst part was I already spent like a lot of money on the groceries. So the next like 3 days, I forced myself to eat it, and just like having these just like
You
fight for my life.
kept having
shit
the
afterwards.
worst constipation ever.
So
Bruh.
fucking awful.
Bruh.
Like I'm not even joking. All of them. Like I just started going to the bathroom. I already had my shirt off. Like I'm fucking Macho Man
You were
Randy
ready.
Savage. Yeah,
Oh.
like entering the ring. Like,
You were ready for that shower.
I was ready for
afterwards.
oh, dude, no, dude.
Oh.
I was ass was so
Oh my
raw
God.
from wiping because of course
So-
it's not. It's like the clay shits that come out.
Ooh,
You just
the
wipe. It
absolute,
just never goes away.
the absolute
So bad.
worst poops are the ones where you know where you need to shower afterwards, or you're not
Yeah.
going to be clean enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you just get a
Oh.
bidet, but also it's
No,
expensive.
no, like you won't feel clean afterwards, even with the day. That's what
Bro,
I mean.
you gotta get in the shower and you gotta pray sometimes. You need mind, body, and
As somebody
spirit.
who ate quesadillas for 4 months as my only
True.
meal every day, whew, and I'm talking
Joey,
about
I
like
think your issue is more so you're eating from Taco Bell every day at that point.
no, this is back when I was the Chipotle manager. My only meal was the free employee meal before they banned quesadillas from being employee meals.
Well, I guess
It was
save
it was a
money where you can.
quesadilla.
It's free. Yeah. Okay.
It was a quesadilla wrapped around a burrito. It was a full like over 2,000 calories every day, just
Oh.
in one burrito form. Like I won't say I was healthy, but I was definitely eating enough to survive.
You were eating.
I weighed like maybe 120 pounds at 5'8",
Dang. Yeah.
And-
it's worth it at that point then. Okay.
and before any listeners say, "Hey, 5'8" is short," I'll remind you, Monkey D. Luffy, future king of the pirates, is 5'8".
True.
True.
Canon, get it? Because he's a pirate.
Yeah.
We love pirates. Gum Gum Cannon. All right, we should wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
true.
Let's have a very
Let's wrap it
thought-provoking
up.
question, if anyone has
Wait.
one.
Chance already asked the question.
Okay, but we have to actually end on it now.
I can. Yeah. What was the question? Was X asks X hits you up? What's your response?
An
So we wanted-
existential crisis.
Yeah. What? I can look up a different question.
Oh. I had one recently.
Now we're just
but-
quiet.
We're deep in thought, having to
How's everyone
figure out
Yeah, we're like-
today?
I am activating all 7,555 of my brain cells that are remaining active.
Did y'all ever eat shit off the ground when you were a kid?
No. What?
like literal shit.
Like just
What?
like somebody like, hey, I'm gonna drop this Skittle on the ground. Like dare you to eat
Oh,
it. You're like, yeah, I'll
you know-
fucking eat it. Fuck you. That's a Skittle.
Actually, I was very judgmental when I was in my senior year of high school. I did pick up a goldfish cracker off the ground backstage of my auditorium. I don't know how long it had been there, but I ate it to impress a girl.
Hell yeah, it's always to impress chicks.
It always is.
Always.
You always eat. You will eat. Men are so stupid when it comes to women, and I know because I am a man, and I am a very logical man. But the second a woman I attract to walks in, the logic's out the window.
It's out the door, dude.
It's gone.
I wouldn't even go so far to say I'm a logical man.
Ooh.
But I do be-
We're well
I do
past
be-
that, buddy.
I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna drop the Skittle on the ground or just different things. I just remember a Skittle specifically, and I was like, well, I'm gonna eat it because It's just been on the ground. It's like 5-second rule, bitch. Like, bacteria don't sit there and
I just had a good idea for how to find a question.
I just asked my question.
No, like a good.
That was a great question.
No, like a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
I have the best question.
No, I'm talking about like God's worst questions possible.
Okay.
How can I wait? How can I look at this? Oof. I remember this from another podcast. You go to r/would you rather and search by controversial.
Oh, wow. That's actually
True.
not a bad idea.
Yeah. Because then you get just the stupidest questions possible. I'm not getting controversial on my web browser.
Damn
Thank
it.
you.
Might have
But-
shut down with Reddit.
Reddit is unfortunately still going despite the whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Controversial of all time. All right, we'll skip that one.
Do you think
Oh,
Chuck E. Cheese is actually Master Splinter from
Actually,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No.
Nah.
Boy, nah.
I was gonna ask, do you think the turtles like do they masturbate in front of each other? They go to like different parts of the sewer.
Do they go inside their shell?
They go inside their shell and jack off. like does Master
What?
Splinter say go to your room and they just retract?
Okay, so I read a post at the same time you said that. This isn't the one I'm looking at, but why do we need sun when all it do is burn skin? Why can't we block it? Why does it burny my skin? Sun is so burny and hurts, and nighttime better anyway. So please, can government make big sun blockers so no more sun?
On God for
And the options are, yes, we need block sun out, and I think sun fine. All right, I'll keep looking. Sorry for interrupting.
It's fine. It's.
Oh, jeez. I'll find a good one.
I already asked a good one.
You did.
Asked
No,
all
you
the
asked a good
ones.
one. But like we can't. We talked too much afterwards. That's the
why-
thing.
You're allowed
I'm
to
trying to get everyone to wrap up.
We're extending it even more. This is the never-ending
Yeah, no.
episode.
We're just,
Oh no.
You know what, no, I got it. And you can trash
okay,
it too.
please.
It's fine. I got one. This came from a while back on another podcast, the Big Stat Podcast with Boogie2988. What is the weirdest thing you've done while brushing your teeth?
Peed.
Me too. Yeah. I'm
not gonna lie. I'm pretty bad at washing my teeth. I normally use like mouthwash in the morning, and I'll like brush my teeth every day. Any day that I like fully wash my hair with shampoo and conditioner, I will brush my teeth. Hygiene day, clip the nails as well.
You don't brush your teeth twice a day?
No, I don't need to.
another topic for
My
another-
sugar, my sugar. I do not get sugar in my diet. I actively like reduce the amount of
Oh.
sugar. I don't like how it makes me feel.
Buddy, you still get plaque just from sleeping. That's why you
I
get,
know.
like fuzz
Look
on your
at my teeth. Look at my teeth. They're yellow. I know. However, they're not going to get cavities. They're going to get plaque, but not cavities. Because I'm not getting
I'm
too
not a
much
dentist.
sugar.
I cannot claim to be an expert on that matter.
Joey's
but
I'll
anti-big
Google it.
dental. The anti-big dental. I think I used to
I am the fifth dentist.
at
4 out
my
of 5 dentists. I'm the fifth.
at my old college. I used to just shower while peeing and then brush my teeth all at once.
Okay, so
Like-
Mike does lead to
so you added
cavity.
shower to Joey and I's
Fuck up,
answer.
Joey. Yeah, I would just do all three at once. I think
I-
I shit while brushing my teeth.
I was
I've
going to
shit
say,
while
Devin, are
brushing
you
my
about to
teeth.
add shit to that list?
No, I was gonna add sing. I have We're talking in the shower. I am showering, brushing my teeth, taking a piss, and singing at the same time.
Holy shit!
So I do use mouthwash.
Yeah,
every
yeah.
day, but I do
Yeah.
not brush every day.
Yeah, and I use Febreze when I shit in the toilet instead of flushing it. It just gets rid of the smell, right?
It does.
You know, it doesn't actually get rid of the problem, just the smell.
That's all that matters. Okay.
So-
And do you all close your toilet seat after you finish shitting?
Yes.
Okay, so I used to not.
Like with the lid and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It keeps the germs from splooshing
It
out.
does. Yes. It's the
Oh,
same
I just don't want people getting my shit water. That's mine.
Hold on, I gotta check my toilet.
thing.
Devin, out for
Sometimes-
further review.
Sometimes,
Oh
sometimes I do be taking such massive shits that I think it's all flushed out, and then somebody later finds
no.
it.
Alright, Devin, I'm
they
assuming
get
you're
mad
good
at
because
me.
I didn't hear a flushing sound.
Unless if he's saving it for afterwards. He's like, oh
He doesn't
shit.
want
Oh,
that
no.
embarrassment.
Right now.
The toilet. It was open.
Oh, you got germs
The
all
lid
over
was
your
open.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Y'all?
Okay. So do you keep your toothbrush in that same bathroom?
Yeah, but it has a cover on it, like a
Do you
like
keep
like
like
a travel cover.
Do you keep like a hand towel or a bath towel in the same bathroom?
A hand towel, not a bath towel.
He's
You should close the cover because the shit particles will
Get all over your
thrown up
towels.
into the air and land on the towel from it.
It's
Mm.
true.
Well,
I went
the
my
more
entire
you know.
life without closing the lid until I got to college, and then I started, actually learning things, and I learned
Yeah.
to, close the lid because sanitation.
the things we do to impress girls, right, guys?
That's true.
That's right.
Helps
That's
with putting the
right.
seat down, I'll tell you that. Well, we're
What do
at-
you mean? What do you mean impress girls? I know how to cook. I still can't.
We're at
We'll
an
get there.
hour and 21, guys. I think it's time to start wrapping up. We answered our
Bye.
life-burning question of
Bye.
of
We've
this
answered
week.
several questions.
Joey and
absolutely.
I, we piss while we brush our teeth. Chance added shower to that list, and Devin added singing to that list. So,
No.
great job, guys. Who?
And we also know what we text our exes.
Yeah, that
True.
too.
True,
Does anyone
true.
have a soundboard ready to close us out, or do we have to stall for even that? Or do we
I-
just want to edit?
Joey just has a soundboard at all times.
I think we just hit him with the